It was a bright morning, perfect for a drive along the lakeside road. I was polishing my truck while my wife organized the cabin interior. The tranquility lasted until Karen screeched up in her SUV, waving her arms like she owned the place. "I need that car. You're supposed to hand it over," she demanded, voice trembling with fury. I blinked. "Excuse me?" Karen's face twisted. "You promised. The HOA says you have to comply. This is community property." I laughed. "Community property? Karen, my truck isn't HOA property. It's mine." She gasped. "I'm calling the cops." And she did. The moment her fingers hit the phone, I had a small grin. Because Karen didn't know the truth. I wasn't just a homeowner. I am the chief of the Federal Interior Department for our region, a position with authority over land management, federal lands, and even enforcement of certain environmental regulations. While she ranted into the phone, I calmly tapped into my office's secure communication line. Within minutes, the dispatcher recognized my badge and authority. Karen's frantic 911 call was now being monitored by federal officials. "Yes, ma'am," my wife said quietly as she answered Karen's call on speakerphone. "We are aware of the situation. The vehicle in question is private property and not subject to HOA enforcement. Your request is legally invalid." Karen froze mid-rant. "Wait, what?" "Federal Interior Chief Blake," I said, stepping out and showing my credentials. "You're attempting to involve local law enforcement in a matter where federal property and federal authority take precedence. You are committing harassment and filing a false report." Karen's knees went weak. I don't understand. I'm just enforcing rules." "Yes," I said calmly. "Rules that don't exist on my property and cannot supersede federal law. Your HOA cannot commandeer vehicles, boats, or personal property." Moments later, 2 federal officers arrived, confirming my credentials and jurisdiction. Karen tried to protest, waving her clipboard, citing bylaws, fines, and imaginary HOA powers. The officers just shook their heads. "Ma'am," one of them said firmly, "any further attempts to seize property or intimidate the homeowner will result in federal charges. You may leave immediately." Karen's face went pale as she was escorted off the driveway. The HOA board members she had rallied were left speechless, realizing that every attempt at enforcement had been completely overruled. Later, I ensured the incident was documented with both federal and local law enforcement, officially warning the HOA that any future interference could carry serious penalties. Karen tried to send letters, threats, and demands, but every effort was void in the face of federal authority. Now, every morning, I can drive my truck freely along the lakefront, sip coffee on the porch, and enjoy the peace we've fought to protect. Karen, she stays on her side of the road, muttering to herself, clearly too intimidated to try again. Because she learned the hard way, you cannot bully a homeowner when that homeowner wields federal authority. And on my property, my word and my law is final.